As the roads in Austin were covered in snow, temperatures dipped into the single digits, and thousands of homes all over the city lost power, it was first responders who answered the desperate pleas for help.
It was the most stressful thing in my life, and I'm a 35-year battalion chief of the Austin Fire Department.
It was such a life-changing experience. I've had so many medics tell me that it was the worst shift of their life.
Austin Travis County EMS responded to calls that still haunt them. People without power trying to survive without their oxygen tanks, or cancer patients in severe pain, unable to access medication.
Some people were not able to pick up prescription refills, were not able to get medical treatment that they needed, like dialysis. And so we had a lot of people that were starting to suffer because they weren't able to get the medicines that they need.
Selena Shia, president of the Austin EMS Association, says one caller explained their loved one had passed away in their home. 911 wasn't able to send resources because they were too busy saving lives. Selena had to tell the caller their only immediate option was to take the body somewhere themselves.
It's just unfathomable that in America, it would make any kind of sense for me to tell somebody to put a dead person in your own vehicle and drive it to a funeral home because we don't have the resources to spare. And so I was just thinking about that and doing that in Austin and imagining me possibly doing that 2 weeks ago or doing that now. And it just seems like it was a nightmare.
Bob Nix, president of the Austin Firefighters Association, tells of a similar experience. After offering his personal cell phone number to those unable to reach the fire department, he received more than 400 calls for help.
They couldn't get through to 911 and they couldn't get through 311, and they were literally starving and freezing in their homes.
Nick says in some cases, firefighters coming off their 5th shift in a row volunteered to help pick up people in distress.
We picked up quadriplegics and paraplegic people that were stuck in different places and got them to their caretakers. A 97-year-old woman on top of an ice mountain, 5 days with no food, water, or heat. We were able to get her and bring her to her granddaughter. So I could tell you 100 stories like this.
Even now that the snow has melted, the events of last week continue to impact lives of Austin's first responders, the people they rescued, and those they couldn't.
I had nightmares of the people I had to turn down that day because we just didn't have the bandwidth to see them. I can still hear the phone going off over and over in my head. And the same is going to happen to these folks. I was lucky. I wasn't freezing and starving to death.